Okay, pal, you want smash mouth power and efficiency? Then here's your starting lineup. Ford F-Series, #1 for 37 years straight. Talk about a dynasty, baby. Hey, it's game time, sports fans, at the Bill Ford Tough Sales event.
And good afternoon, everyone, from the lobby of Bruner Motors on the corner of the South Loop and Lillian Street in Stephenville. Make sure you stop by. Special edition of the show. This is our final edition of the show in 2014, 2015. So we have extra pizza from the pizza place. We have ice cream as well from the pizza place, and Chicken Express donated tea. So ice cream, pizza, and sweet tea here at Bruner Motors up until 12:30. We'll actually be hanging around a little bit after that. So plenty of time to come out. The Coach Lonn Reisman radio show is always sponsored by the Bruner Auto family. So we thank them for their support in making the show possible. Coach, I know you didn't reach your ultimate goal, but still a historic season, a trip to the Final Four. How proud are you of the guys for what they accomplished?
Well, Casey, extremely proud of the guys. And they worked very, very hard. And it's been a tremendous season for them, and a lot of accomplishments, a lot of hard work. They put a lot of hard work in all year long, along with our basketball staff, Coach Chris and Coach Cloudy and Coach TD and Coach Coleman. They all just put so much time in, along with our student assistants and Cole and Brody and Ashton. Everybody has a part of this program that you have to work and do your part. If you don't, then I have to worry about that part not getting done.
Sure.
And everybody really took care of their responsibilities, and it makes everything go smooth. And when you have that kind of continuity and everybody's doing their part, you have a chance to have seasons like we had.
So 8 days ago, your team made the trek to Evansville, Indiana for the third time in school history from the Elite Eight. On Wednesday, you would open up in the national quarterfinals against the #9 ranked team in the nation, Mount Olive. They were 31-3 under head coach Joey Higginbotham. And in the first half, Coach, you just had a 2-point lead. They shot 57%. They were 4 of 7 from behind the arc. What was it that changed in the second half?
Well, I think we kind of extended our defense. I thought we put a little bit more pressure on them, Casey. I thought, we got up in the pass lanes a little bit more, pushed them out a little bit farther. Didn't give them as many open looks as we did the first half. We made them earn it a little bit more, and I thought their shooting percentage went way down when we did that.
Sure did. They were 24% from the field in the second half. That's 2 of 8 from behind the arc. One thing in the second half, you outscore them 44-28. Your bench was huge in this game. 24 points off the bench, Coach. Mount Olive just had 5 points.
Well, we've been getting that kind of play all year long. We've had people coming off the bench and and just play their role, play their part, and really give us that boost that we need. And if you're going to go far in a season, Casey, you're going to have great role play. You're going to have. You can't have just 5 guys. You're going to have 8 or 9 guys that can come in there and just give you quality minutes and give you the type of game plan that you need to be able to win tough ball games like we were against Mount Olive.
How about the super freshmen in this game? You're playing on the biggest stage in Division II basketball at the Ford Center. Nosha Ebenwani with 11 points, 3 three-pointers, 9 points for Deshaun Riddick off the bench. Freshmen usually don't play that well in big games, do they?
Well, it's been really a great year for our 2 freshmen. They've played a lot of minutes, and they've gotten a lot of exposure and a lot of experience. And like you said, you don't very seldom have an opportunity to play on the stage that they've played on here through the playoffs. So you think that what I'm excited about is to watch the progress here in the next year and in the off season and watch them progress going into their sophomore year.
With the 77-59 win over Mount Olive in the national quarterfinals, the Tarleton Texans would advance to the Final Four for the 2nd time in school history, their 30th consecutive non-conference victory. In that win over Mount Olive, they moved on to the national semifinals, which was a Thursday 6 o'clock game televised on national television on CBS Sports Network. Coach, you played #25 Indiana University of Pennsylvania, 30-6 on the year, and a game that really at the half was very close, and you had about a 10-point lead with 9 minutes to go. What happened down on the stretch?
Casey, you can always replay a game in your mind. It was a game that I thought, even though we had a 10-point lead, I just feel like we still didn't have control of the game for some reason. I felt good that we had built the lead up, and then I thought some things changed after the technical foul, and we tried to regain. I just thought we kind of lost our composure a little bit. Some things didn't go our way that we would have hoped to have went our way on the other end of the floor. And so it's just kind of slipped a little bit on this. We had some uncharacteristic turnovers that happened in that 9-minute stretch that we had not seen for a long time. And you know, I thought everything that could go wrong went wrong in the last 9 minutes, and everything that could go right went right for IUP. And so, you know, it was one of those games where I feel like, you know, that they have a very good team. I think we have teams in our conference that are as good or better. There's no doubt about that. And it was just a bad 9-minute stretch, and it's been a long time since we played a bad 9-minute stretch, and it just didn't fall in place for us.
Yeah, this is my 5th year to call games for your program, and I've never heard you blame officiating for a loss. I know you won't do that here, but Coach, they got to the line 34 times. You only went to the line 8 times. That's an extraordinary difference.
Well, it's going to be hard to overcome. There's no doubt about that. When you get somebody who has 34 free throws and you have 8, it's just that's a hard to come. And I think they had 28 in the second half, and so that's hard to overcome. There's no doubt about that, because I think if you look at the field goals, I don't know how many field goals they had, but I think, you know, we were 27 to 49 on the game, and I think they only had
18 to 38.
They only had 18 field goals, like something like that. So definitely, you know, we just didn't get to the free throw line enough.
Coach, just like all season long, the story of this team: when you face adversity, you don't give up. You're down by 11 with 58 seconds left in the game. You only lose the game by 4, and your junior point guard, Mike Harge, had 8 points in the past 48 seconds. Was that kind of a microcosm of this team all year long?
Well, I just think that, you know, that we definitely had to try to get, you know, we were getting the ball off the floor, trying to make some plays and trying to get some timeouts made, and it just shows that we weren't trying, you know, we were going to fight till the very end.
And the season ends with a 72-68 loss to Indiana, Pennsylvania in the Final Four. Tarleton State wins a school record 31 games. They go 31-4. And want to talk a minute about the experience in Evansville. I've been as a student, never been as a broadcaster. From the banquet on Monday night, just the facility, it seemed like a really first-class event.
Well, you know, Delete is a very special place, and when you play it in a place, you know, like Evansville, Indiana, which is the birthplace of Division II basketball, and actually Evansville University was Division II back then, at that time, and they won some national championships there. It's a community that understands, you know, Elite Eight basketball, and what a beautiful place to play in the Ford Center there in downtown Evansville, and so I thought it was a first-class event, from the banquet to the outstanding teams. I think it's the first time in history. A lot of things have been in history. First time in history in the Final Four of Division II basketball that every team had over 30 wins.
Great point.
That's pretty top-notch basketball.
And how about when we pulled up for practice, the guys on Tuesday, and they get out of the bus, and there's a guy driving a little Chevy S10 honking his horn, yelling, "Go Tarleton."
Yeah.
We find out it is Wayne Allen who won a state championship as a high school coach there, was a former Tarleton player. Pretty neat story.
Yeah, I played here, what, 1972?
Yes, sir, early 70s for 2 years.
So I'm wondering who this guy is coming up the street.
He was fired up, wasn't he?
He's saying, "Go Tarleton." I'm thinking, well, we've got some fans in Evansville, and all of a sudden he's a Tarleton alum that I really didn't know. Played here in 1972 with Jimmy Locke, and he really got into the tournament there.
Sure did. Again, Tarleton's season finishes with 31 wins and 4 losses. We'll take our first break here in the show. When we return, we'll have our 4 seniors join the broadcast when Tarleton Texan basketball continues right after this. Welcome back to the Coach Lonn Reisman Radio Show, our final show of the season. And what we want to do, as we do each year, is honor our seniors, 4 seniors on this roster. And we're going to have 2 of them for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're going to swap them out live here. So our first 2 seniors to talk to today, a redshirt junior, a senior in the classroom, number 10, point guard out of Midland High School, Mercedes Lane. Give Mercedes a hand. And we've got senior guard out of the Bronx, New York, number 22, Mo Lee. Gentlemen, is it surreal that it's over?
It's crazy. Yeah.
Kind of went by quick. And how much time did it take y'all just to get over that loss? But then sit down and say, man, that was a historic season. Take a few days, Mo?
I think I'm still trying to get over it.
Really?
But just the other day, some lady came to me and she told her how much she appreciated us. That was a wonderful feeling. But yeah, it's gonna take a minute to get over it, but we'll eventually will.
Mercedes, talk a little bit about that celebration y'all had in Wisdom Gym. How special was that for the team yesterday?
It was very special, especially doing it with the guys, some of the guys I came in with. I just never really imagined like having the day or seeing that day come. But it was cool. It was a cool experience to get to do it one more time with my family.
Yeah, 4 years you spent here, Mercedes. A pretty special way to end it. I know you wanted that national championship, but not too many players get to end with a Final Four. That must have been special.
Yeah, very special. Me and a few guys were talking. Me and Mo were actually talking about it yesterday.
Mo talks.
It was a dream. Like we were living a dream that we once were like dreamed of as a kid, it's wild that I can actually say I was in the Final Four and I got to participate in it. So
Yeah, not too many basketball players get to say that. And I wanted to ask Mo a question about Mercedes. How important is a guy like this in prepping you for a game in practice?
He'll part. This is my guy right here too. Like a lot of people don't know. Like he sacrifices a lot. So with that being said, he's just been a tremendous amount to me.
Mercedes, your favorite memory as a Texan in 4 years? Put you on the spot a little bit.
I would say my freshman year.
Really?
When the guys jumped us. They couldn't catch me.
My goodness. I think I might be able to talk about that on the radio. So, Mo, your favorite memory as a Texan?
I'm gonna say cutting down the regional championship net and dunking coach.
Yeah, I think you might have worked the gym floor when you did that. Probably worth it.
The floor a little bit.
You know, but that only happens like once every 20 so years. So yeah, it was pretty special. Career plans, future plans, Mo? Hadn't even thought about it.
Get a job off overseas to the next level. But other than that, just get a job to take care of my family.
You gonna move back up north to the Bronx, or?
I don't know, man. I'm thinking I'm in Texas.
Oh, you like it down here? Hey, Carter, we've transplanted him. Mercedes, your future dreams, goals?
I plan on going to Austin. I'll be interning for my high school coach. He actually has opportunity for his dad at Emory Group and at Charles Schwab as well. So those are my plans.
Awesome. Well, Mercedes, Mo, I wish we could do this longer. We could sit here for an hour and talk, but just a few minutes. I've enjoyed calling your games. I appreciate everything.
Appreciate it.
Let's give Mo and Mercedes a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Two of our 4 seniors. Now we're going to bring up Davin Carter and Damian Clemens. So 4 seniors on this roster. And when you think about what they have accomplished, gentlemen, just throw that headset on. You think about what they've accomplished. The 3 of the 4 that were here for 4 years won 106 games. Mo Lee in just 2 years at Tarleton won 59 games. So this is a group that has accomplished a lot. As I want to welcome in Davin Carter and Damian Clemens. Guys, how special, y'all can take it, whoever wants to take it first, how special is this bond that you two guys kind of playing the same position, being here for 4 years, have kind of developed?
I don't think a lot of people know that I really don't like Devin.
You don't? Good. Y'all had me fooled.
I really hate him because, I feel like he took away a lot of my minutes I could have. Nah, but on a serious note, that's my brother, man. And it's crazy that we got through these 4 years together, and I wouldn't trade it.
Did you know that he hated you? Yeah. He calls you Devin. I think I'm the only person that says it the right way.
Yeah.
Do I get a trophy for that or something? No. Carter, your favorite memory is in Texas?
It's 2, man. I just have to say my 4 years, my 4 year experience being here. I wouldn't change anything that's happened in my 4 years here.
You got a favorite memory, Clem, or one? Just a bunch of them.
Yes.
Surely that sound is not your favorite.
Matter of fact, I do have a favorite memory.
Oh goodness, this is unscripted radio, by the way. I don't know what's going to be said, but
freshman year, we go out in Allen, and the seniors I always beat up on the freshmen.
So let's keep it clean, please. Okay. All right.
It's love.
I have a job. I know you're done, but I still have to report to someone. So yes.
It's all love. But, former player Fabian Wilson, he had me like tackled or whatever, and he was like this, just like pressed on me, and like as soon as I got away from him, like the first person I saw was TD. So like I just took off in a full sprint, like just spared him out of nowhere.
You got TD?
In a hotel room. Like I said, that's one of my best memories.
I'm glad I'm not on the roster. I wouldn't make it probably one day. What do you want to do long term, Cliff? Got a plan or what? No, Casey, I'm just thinking about what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah, kind of.
You got a goal though? Career dream?
Wait till life.
Yeah, I mean, I just really, honestly, truthfully, I want to play basketball, but Cloudy been pressing me with an offer as of late. But I'll get back to him.
You got to get back to him. You got plenty of time. You're still young. Carter, by the way, Carter still will wear a Tarleton jersey one more time. It's going to be. We're going to talk about it later in the show, how it's going to go specifically, but you're going to be on SportsCenter about 5:30, 5:45 on Thursday night, taking on H1 ball, and the winner on that, there's going to be a Twitter contest throughout the nation. How excited are you about that?
I'm very excited. Me and Mercedes worked on a few dunks last night, I reckon. I think I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve that I'm just pulling out.
You're not confident at all. You know? You've always lacked confidence, Carter.
You know,
we could have ever got you confident. Imagine what you would have done.
I'm just hungry. That's all.
I don't know how much Carter, humble. He's the same guy that comes out for post-game interviews when you don't want him sometimes. You know, he's got a script written and whatnot. So
I'm very outspoken. I just like to talk.
Any parting thoughts for Tarleton fans, your coaches, players, Damien?
For the fans, you know, I appreciate all of you all. You all are very special to me. You know, coaches, man, you can't find another group of people that prepare and just make sure that you're ready and people that really care about you. And to the players, man, you know, I hope next season and seasons to come that, you know, y'all achieve more than we did this year and hopefully get it all someday.
Carter?
He hit the nail. I'd like to say, yeah, it ain't going to be another athletic me again. You know?
Oh my goodness. I really thought that you were going to close it and be like, no one could say it better than Clemens. We go to break. And then, of course, he's got something to add in, you know.
Never be another athlete like me.
All right. I got to get y'all out of here. I appreciate it, gentlemen. That's Damian Clemens and Davide Carter. Back in 1 minute on the Tarleton Sports Network. And welcome back to the Coach Lonn Reisman Radio Show, live from the lobby of Bruner Motors in Stephenville. We'll be here until 12:30. Thanks to the pizza place for donating the food today and the ice cream. And we have tea courtesy of Chicken Express. Still time to get out here. We'll give away some Tarleton gear later in the half hour. Coach, those 4 seniors put on quite a show. It's going to be hard to replace them, isn't it?
Well, I'll tell you what.
It's hard to be serious about them after that little show.
I was surprised you put him on the radio, especially Carter.
Goodness. Yeah, I might have to rethink my strategy.
You're going to have to get a script from now on, because you never know what he's going to say.
Yeah, you juniors, EJ Reed, next year I'm going to require a written script, word for word. My goodness. Coach, talk a little bit about this season, how historic it was. We talked about the school record, 31 wins. It started with a 12-0 start, and I know that, let's just be honest, that had to surprise you with what you lost last year to start 12-0.
Well, you know, Casey, we knew, and we had a very tough schedule early in the year, and have to give Troy responsibility for that because he helped a lot on the scheduling last year. I think he called about 100 schools, and we didn't even know if we were going to get a schedule for a while. And now it's even going to be tougher this year to get a schedule. So hopefully we have a schedule next year. But you know, we knew that we had some good teams coming in early, especially Pitt State, who won the MIAA tournament, Lubbock Christian, who was at the top of the league in the Heartland, St. Mary's, who won the Heartland Conference. Then we go out to play 2 national champions in Drury and Western Washington. We knew we had a very tough schedule. I didn't know where we'd be by that time, but I knew that we had to get better before conference started. And we started off with a 12-0 record, and the kids just bought in. They played very, very well. And when we came back from Vegas, you know, we knew what we were facing in our conference. And I was very proud of them because we started off the conference at 1-2, if you remember. And
yeah, you had your worst loss in 5 years.
Just rebounded from it. We really believed that, you know, we could turn this thing around, and we made some adjustments, and the kids never lost, you know, our players never lost faith. They know how hard they work in the gym every day. They know that the time that we put in, and through our walkthroughs and through, you know, what we do in our practice every day. And, you know, it was a culmination of just a lot of hard work on everybody's part. And, you know, we started getting better. You know, we peaked at the right time. And
sure did.
That's
14-game winning streak.
That's what you look for. I mean, you look to peak at the right time. And we got better. You know, when you're still practicing in February, in the middle of February, and you see your team is still getting better, then you know something's going right for you. If you practice in February and you don't see things that are, you know, clicking, or you're not getting any better, you're just kind of staying status quo, then you're in trouble. And I think one of the things that helped us this year is I could see some improvement in February, and as we kept the season going, we continued to get better.
14-game winning streak from January 17th until March 4th. Coach, you said you started 1-2 in conference. At that point, the way Angelo State was playing, I don't think maybe you and the guys did, but a lot of people thought, well, this Lone Star Conference deal is going to go hands down to Angelo. You win your final 11 Lone Star Conference wins, and you win that title outright. How much did that mean to win it outright this year?
It means a lot, Casey. I've always said that the most important part of our season is the conference tournament. There's no doubt about it. That's a 2-month ordeal where you're playing home and away, and you're going into their house, and you got to beat them on their home floor, and to travel to Eastern and Kingsville and Midwestern and Commerce, and I can go on and on. I mean, those are tough places to play, and to go into those places and win was it was something that you work hard to do every time you go out on the floor, and it was just a tough season to do that. And to win this conference outright, because I thought the conference was better than I've ever seen it.
I thought there was 3 teams in the conference that could have played in that Elite Eight.
There's no doubt. I mean, you have Commerce, you have Midwestern, and you have Angelo State, and those 3 teams were just as good as I've seen them in a long time. And we had some of the most outstanding players in the country in this conference this year. And to win this thing outright was, just I can't explain how tough it was to win this league, and I appreciate the support that everybody, turned out in the Wisdom Gym every night to push us through.
The magical season continued. You would lose in the second round of the conference tournament, but you would still get the #1 seed in the South Central region for the 4th time in school history. Now, Tarleton had won 2 regional championships on the road, one in Commerce and one in, I think, wasn't in that town, Maryville or something like that?
Missouri.
Bolivar, thank you.
Yep.
But you were 0-3 at home in regional tournaments. You'd never won one. How much pressure was off your shoulders when you won 66-64 over Angelo State?
Well, I can tell you there was a lot on my shoulders at that time. It was a long week for me, and I tried to stay away from the team a little bit because I didn't want them to feel what I was feeling. Because I had been to that championship game a few times, and at home, and we had lost 3 of them at home, or whatever it was. Yes, and the last one we lost at home was a shot from the top of the key with about 3 seconds to go against Central Oklahoma, which Coach Claudia, Coach Chris, and I still can't get that one out of our.
I'll never forgive Eric Kazane for that.
But we were just that close to going to the Elite Eight again with that team, and so. It was Coach Chris talked about it all. I want to play the regional at home. I want to play the regional at home. I'm thinking in the back of my mind, okay, I want to play the regional at home too. I mean, we all want to play that regional at home, but there's some pressure to play that regional at home. We work hard to play that thing at home, and we'd rather play it at home. We feel like we have a better advantage of winning it at home.
Yeah.
But we hadn't been too successful at it up to this point.
Well, it's interesting. I remember back in the mid-2000s when we were hosting, if you looked at the trend, it wasn't really an advantage to host back then. Well, now, 7 out of that last 8 South Central regional championships have hosted.
Well, I wanted to, it was just not for our players. Yes, we wanted our players to experience this regional at home, but our fans hadn't had a chance to see a regional championship, and I think that was very important that we could play in front of our fans and let them enjoy the moment. Let them be a part of what we had accomplished this year, and let them have an opportunity to see a regional, an NCAA South Central regional in Stephenville, Texas, instead of going to Denver every year. And I thought that our fans and our community and our university turned out I couldn't ask for any more, Casey. I mean, it was just, they really turned out and supported us. And of course, as you win, the pressure builds. So you beat St. Mary's the first night, and you got a 24-hour turnaround to play.
Top 10 team in the next
year. One of the top scorers in the country. I watched them light it up for 50 that same night. And so we're going to have to play them the next night, 24 hours. And then you win that one, and then you're looking at Angelo State, which I thought it was one of the most talented teams in the country. And we know what type of game it's going to be, and the pressure of that game, trying to get to the Elite Eight, and winning that game in front of your home, on your home floor, in front of our great crowd and our supporters. I can't verbalize how special that was that night to win it for Stephenville and win it for Tarleton State University and our alums and everyone that's associated with our program.
All right, returning letterman, as we about to kick the 4 seniors out of here, let's kind of look forward to next year, 2015 and 2016. Coach, this could be your starting lineup next year. Of course, you still got to put these guys through the ringer.
But you already got the starting lineup.
No, I don't. I'm saying it could. I'm saying that this could be your starting lineup.
I thought you were the radio broadcaster.
No. It could be. These are going to be your top returners. It could be Mike Cars, no 7-1, Malcolm Hamilton, and E.J. Reed, and then I don't know who's going to play the 5. I guess the point here is you've got a real solid core returning.
Well, we have some people returning. I don't know if that's our starting lineup because they got a lot of work to do before I even talk about that. But we have a lot of players that I feel like is going to mature, and we got a lot of players coming back. We have some players redshirted. We had Sawyer redshirted. We had CV redshirted, and we got Jakob coming back, and we have a lot of players in place that I feel like that gives us an opportunity to have a good basketball team next year. Now, right now we have a lot of work to do recruiting, and we have to add some special pieces to our family. And those pieces have to fit our family. And it's just not talent that we're looking for, but we're looking for character and people. People that can get along with me, actually.
Is that hard to find?
Coach Chris and Coach Claudia says it is, but I don't know if it is really that much. But anyways, you know, we got to find the right pieces that fit our personality and fit our returners. And we're excited about our recruiting season. I mean, when you go to the Final Four, you'd be surprised at people that are contacting us that want to come to Tarleton State University and they want to be a part of this. And we get calls every day. We're getting calls from Division I people every day that says, hey, we got a kid here who wants to come to Tarleton State. And so we have a, you know, we made our team's exposure nationally, and we've been there before. And so we just have to pick the right people to join our, and we call it this all the time, but we got to find the right people that join our family, that will fit our family and fit our university, and when we do that, then we'll have another opportunity to see how far we can take the next team.
When we return in 1 minute, Coach and I will wrap up this final edition of the show when Tarleton Texan basketball continues right after this. A lot of folks to thank when you have a season like this. Great celebration in the gym yesterday. We appreciate Dr. DeTavio and the President's Office putting on that celebration and their support all year long. We don't have time during this show to thank everyone. We did that yesterday. I do want to thank a few people. First off, the Tarleton crowd. Coach, you led the Lone Star Conference. The last 2 years, Midwestern State led, you were in the top 10. This year, you lead the Lone Star Conference. You'll be top 10 in the nation, 2,100 fans per game. Pretty amazing to think about that.
It's an amazing thing, Casey. We've had great support, and we're so thankful for our fans, and it's just been a great ride this year. I tried to thank everybody I could think of yesterday that is part of this thing. I want to thank Mr. Dwayne Bruner, Mr. Greg Bruner for having our show out here. We've had it here for I don't know how many years now, and I really appreciate their support at Tarleton State University. Greg, I call it Mr. Bruner, Mr. B. I call it Mr. B. I'll call Greg, but I don't call Mr. It's Mr. Bruner. Anyways, I really appreciate their support of our program. I've been a loyal customer at Bruner's for many years, and they've, you know, there's nowhere else I would want to be at Bruner Motors, and I appreciate everything they've done for our program, and how loyal they've been to Tarleton State University, and just appreciate all their support through the years.
And everybody leaves with a prize today. You've got a yellow flyer to our live audience. You get 20% off an oil change, an air filter, or a cooling system flush service. Air conditioning service special on here, so everybody today leaves with something from Bruner Motors. We thank them for all they do for this community and for Tarleton Athletics. Our live audience here, another great crowd. We've got 2 Tarleton shirts to give away that Miss Hardcastle has. We actually have a Tarleton Athletic Nike cat as Mike Hards tries to steal away the Tarleton basketball shirt in the left hand of Terry Hardcastle. It's a little play-by-play there for you, Hards. First winner, Jerry Thornton. Jerry, come on down. Jerry's right there. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry comes to every show. Thank you, Jerry. Our second winner, Amara Kimball. Amara, come on down. Amara, thanks for being here. And congratulations to Amara and to Jerry and our entire live audience here at Bruner Motors. Some quick Tarleton athletic announcements. The Texan baseball team, 12-13 overall, 6-9 in the conference, but they did take 3 of 4 from first place Texas A&M Kingsville last weekend in Stephenville. Coach Cogger's team will be at home this weekend. Should be great weather for baseball. 3-game series with Eastern New Mexico starting at 3 o'clock on Friday. All 3 of those games will be broadcasted on the Tarleton Sports Network. The pregame show, 15 minutes prior to the first pitch. Kelton Weens will have the call on those broadcasts. Landon Merca today, the second baseman for the Texans, named the Lone Star Conference Hitter of the Week. So congratulations to Landon and the Texans. Coach Mata's Texans, 18-14 on the year, 5-5, 5th place in the conference. Coach, they got a big split against number 6 Angelo State. Anytime you can split with number 6 on the road, pretty good.
Well, they've had a great split, and they took 3 out of 4 from Midwestern, which we always like to do the week before. But Coach Conger's team took 3 out of 4 from Kingsville, who was in first place in the Lone Star Conference, and that was a big weekend for them last weekend. And I'm looking for both teams to make a great run here late in the year.
The Texan Cheer and Texan Stars will have their national competition show off tonight in the small gym at 7 o'clock. Right. They're going to go to Daytona soon, so make sure you get out to the small gym tonight and support the Cheer and the Stars.
That's the volleyball gym.
Volleyball gym, I'm sorry.
That's the volleyball gym.
The volleyball gym, pardon me, Coach Schindler. I don't want to get reprimanded or written up. Texan tennis now 5-5 on the season. They dropped the home match to Dallas Baptist on Saturday. They return to action tomorrow, I believe at 3 o'clock against East Central University. Tarleton State Track and Field wrapped up competition in the Nike Clyde Littlefield Classic on Saturday. How about Chase Radke competing in the men's invitational mile? He's going up against the big boys from Division I, and he finished second with a personal best of 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Congratulations to Chase. I know,
great job.
I know that Coach Bonder is about to load up, I think, 79 kids, he said, to go to San Angelo on Thursday.
They're having a great season, and Chase has had an exceptional season.
All-American career for Chase Rathke. For complete results and up-to-minute news on all Tarleton athletic programs, visit tarletonsports.com. Okay, here's the scoop on the Dark Horse Dunker. Watch the 5 o'clock edition Central Time of SportsCenter. And any time after 5:30, you're going to see on SportsCenter on national TV, Davinae Carter and Antoine Ball have a dunk-off on national television. They'll do the dunk-off on SportsCenter. As soon as that's over, they're going to open up a Twitter contest up until 7 o'clock Central Time. The 3-point contest starts on ESPN at 6. They're going to continue the voting up until 7. The dunk contest starts at 7, and the winner of this Twitter contest is going to perform at 7 o'clock. So it's going to be kind of an interactive SportsCenter deal. They're going to build it up during the 3-point contest. Voting will end at 7. You can vote through Twitter only. You have to use the hashtag CollegeSlam and hashtag Carter in the same tweet. So you hashtag CollegeSlam, hashtag Carter in the same tweet. You can vote on Twitter as many times up until 7 o'clock Central Time, and that's when the State Farm Slam Dunk Contest starts at 7 o'clock. Pretty neat opportunity for Tarleton, just knowing you're going to get that SportsCenter coverage.
No, there's no doubt. I mean, we've had some great exposure the last 2 weeks, national television, and then, of course, on ESPN for the Dark Horse Dunker on Thursday. So Tarleton's getting their name out there all over the nation.
Thanks to the pizza place for providing the food all season long. We appreciate Austin and Mike and their entire staff over at the pizza place. I want to thank our, give my hand. So a lot of pizza they've donated to us, and we sure appreciate their support through the Texan Club as well. I want to thank our 4 seniors today: Mercedes Lanes, Davinae Carter, Damian Clements, and Mo Lee. Not sure if I should thank Carter after the little show that he put on, but on a serious note, it's been a lot of fun, gentlemen, and we wish you the best of luck in your careers. And I want to thank our producer, Lance McFarland, back at the KTRL studio. Thanks to KTRL for their sponsorship all year long, and to Lance for his job as station manager and letting us go a few minutes over. We appreciate that, Lance, and our partnership. I want to thank Jody Lee Cottle. Give Jody Lee to my left hand, our engineer each week from KWBY Radio. And Jody's honestly just here because he cares about Tarleton athletics and wants to see this show go smoothly. So Jody Lee, we appreciate all that you've done this year. And of course, the Bruner Auto family for sponsoring the show. Give everybody a hand. Thanks to everybody. And give yourself a pat on the back. Great job all year long. Last but not least, of course, thanks to all of our listeners and all the fans for your support of Tarleton athletics. Coach, one final question. A record-setting year, a lot of great memories. Is there one moment or memory that Coach Reisman's going to remember about this team in 2014, 2015?
Well, Casey, I think what I'm really happy about is the development of our young men character-wise. We've had a lot of young men that have made decisions for their life this year, and good decisions of faith at church. And I think that it's more important than winning is I'm watching the character of these young men and how they're going to be when they leave Tarleton State University, and what they'll take with them and represent our university in a first-class manner. We have 3 seniors here that are getting ready to graduate, and a 4th can, and he'll make up some work. But I mean, I'm more proud about that, and watching them develop as people that'll go out and represent our university and represent themselves in life, and that's what I'm most proud of.
Coach, congratulations on an outstanding season. Best of luck over the offseason.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for the 12th and final edition of the Coach Reisman Radio Show. For the 27th year head coach of the Texans, I'm Casey Hogan, saying so long for Bruner Motors in Stevensville. Until next season, so long, everyone.